Hello everyone. In this video we'll watch how we can import unstructured data using PROC import step. Now let us first look at what is unstructured data. We'll use a similar step to import Excel file also. Now let's look at the unstructured data first. Under my folders bsas data, when you explore the file system, there is a file known as class underscore birth date, and that is a comma separated value file, that is CSV file. Now let us open it using a notepad. So when you open it using the notepad, how does it look like? Let us look at it. Alright, here you see that each variable, the first row is the variable, name of the variable, it is separated by a comma, right? The corresponding data, the value for the names, the first values, they are separated from the second set of data, that is sex, next is age, they are separated by commas, and the last is birth date, and it is in a particular format. Now this is called as unstructured data, which is separated by comma. We'll have to import this particular CSV file into SAS. Let us see how we do it using SAS Studio. Switch on to SAS Studio now. We'll get to know it. Here we are in the SAS Studio. In this demonstration, we'll see how we can import a CSV file into the SAS. The syntax is like this. You have PROC import step, in which you will be calling a data file. Now the data file, you will be writing it within the inverted quotes, and look at this particular file, and this particular file is a CSV file. Because of file extension I can identify that it's a CSV file. Now this particular file is located under data, under bsas. Here it is, the same file which I just checked it. So here it is, class underscore birthday.csv. So if you do not know the file path, if there is a file path is unknown to you, you can go right click and you can click on the properties, you can click on the location. So this particular location can be copied and put it inside the double quote. Now note that there is no semicolon here, so that will continue. You will be informing the import step that the file is CSV type. Then you want to store it in particular location. So here it gets stored in the work library with a file name class underscore birthdate underscore import. So that means you can store it under any user defined library or default library, and you can save it with a user defined name. So ensure that this particular library, if you are using the word user defined library, then ensure that use a libname statement to create that library first. Otherwise you will encounter an error saying that the library does not exist. Then the file name can be written as per the standard format, that is without any spaces the file name should be written. Now the replace command, if at all this particular file exists in the hard disk, right? In the previous session we have seen how to create the file systems using libname and libraries. So that particular file gets replaced if you rewrite this or rerun this program again and again. Otherwise the file names gets appended. So if you execute this particular code, and let's see the result, how it looks like. So you will be informed that the note says that this particular file is created, that is it is imported into the work library with the class birthdate underscore import. Here it is, class work dot class birthdate import. This is the SAS table, and if you look into the library under work library, you get the class birthdate import, that particular file here. So this is how we import the CSV file. So in addition we have Excel file. So the Excel file also we have to use the same format. So for this, the data file, you need to select one Excel file. Here in this case it is EU Sport Trade. So here it is, let's check it out. EU Sports Trade, that is here. This is an Excel file. Similarly you can find out the file location from properties, copy that and put it inside the inverted quote. So the file extension is XLSX, and the DBMS, you will be informing the PROC step that it's an Excel file. Out, you are defining it under work library, because you are not defined which library it is supposed to get associated with. So it will get associated with the work library because it is not defined here. If you want to define a particular library, you have to write that library dot libname dot, you have to use it. Then you can replace the file and run it. Now just to give an idea how it is used, this particular out file, that is a SAS table, this SAS table will be used in the next steps, not the CSV file. First the CSV file is imported and saved as a SAS table in a particular name. That particular SAS table will be used in the further steps. So the stepwise, if you look at it, a CSV file is first imported, XLS file is imported here, and it is named as useport trade. If at all it is existing again it will be replaced first. Then you have a SAS table, and that SAS table will be read in the next step. This, if you run this, you are going to get a SAS step. You are going to get a SAS table, and this particular table will, the contents of it will be read the way you have already seen PROC contents tab. That's it for this session. Thank you.